Reads. This is Courtney and joining me for a weekly reading vlog. I have not done a weekly reading vlog in quite a while. I've been doing weekly wrap-ups and just some other videos, so I feel like I wanted to get in and get this week shared with you guys, especially as we get into December. I can't believe we're in the last month of the year already. It's so crazy. It is Monday, December 2nd. I was off last week from Tuesday through Thanksgiving and the weekend, so coming back today was like getting my bearings back, and luckily I didn't have too much on the email front, but I had a ton of meetings today, so I am winding down for the night, but I wanted to share what I was reading this weekend and what I'm reading for the first part of this week. This weekend was not a successful reading week. I honestly was kind of burnt out. I had ended up getting 13 books read in the month of November and 4 within that last week. And so this weekend I was lightly picking up things, but I was okay if I didn't finish anything because I felt good with the number of books I read in November. But I picked up like 4 different books. I could not decide what I wanted to read. So first I was reading Wreck My Plans by Julian Meadows. This book is new, but it's on Kindle Unlimited. I'm about 11% in. Nothing's wrong with it. I just couldn't get in the groove. And then I've been reading A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I talked about this last week. I think that I am rereading that as a standalone book. I think within the ACOTAR series, it was very misplaced, but as a standalone, I think it's a great read. And then I started reading Love in Winter Wonderland. I'm about 11% in on that. And that book is a YA Christmas romance about a boy whose family owns a bookshop, but they might have to sell it, and there's a romance involved. I'm not into that part yet. And then I also started the bookshop Sisterhood, which I actually purchased, and I'm so disappointed. I'm at 8% in, and I'm just not loving it. It's about 4 friends who open up a bookshop together, but they all have their separate issues. They haven't opened up the bookshop yet, but like it was just not flowing. It felt like mud on the page. I couldn't like get through it. So I went to my tried and true. So I'm reading The Christmas Tree Farm by Laura Gilmore. This is part of the Dream Harbor series. I keep calling it Stars Hollow because it's so close to Gilmore Girls, but it's Dream Harbor. And I read Cinnamon Bun Bookstore as my first book in November, so I wanted to read Christmas Tree Farm in December. This isn't my first book though. I actually listened to an audiobook on Sunday, well starting Friday, because I picked up the little purse Kindle, but using it for my audiobooks. And I read Booked for the Holidays, and that was pretty good. So now I'm reading The Christmas Tree Farm. I'm 37% in. This book follows Kira and Bennett. Bennett is Jeannie's brother. Jeannie's from the first book. Kira is new to Dream Harbor. She bought a home and didn't realize that on the home was the Christmas Tree Farm for the town. And so she had not intended to open the Christmas Tree Farm, but since she needs money to fix the house, she decides to open it. Bennett's kind of helping get her acquainted with the town. He went to one town meeting and they kind of like voted him in to like get to know her, even though he doesn't live there. And so obviously it's going to be a romance. These books are what they are. They're corny, they're predictable, but they're super cute. So I'm 37% since I have like 2 hours left until I'm done with this book. And so I'm hoping to read it tonight and finish it because I want to move on. I really feel like I have so many books that I want to read in December that it's like there's so many that I'm almost like paralyzed because, okay, so Christmas Tree Farm is on my Kindle. I am using the Color Soft. This is like hot topic lately because of all the issues. My Color Soft is not giving me issues. I don't have the yellow line on the bottom anymore. I had a faint line at one point, but now it's non-existent. But my Paperwhite is going bananas. Check my community tab for that. But I have tons of books on my Kindle that I want to read. I have physical books that I want to read. So it's just like I need to be finishing some books and I feel rushed and I know I'm doing it to myself. But along with The Christmas Tree Farm, I'm also reading book 54 of Babysitter's Club. This is Mallory and the Dream Horse. I have my book light on here because I was reading it at night. And I'm only on page 28, but basically Mallory and Jesse are going to sign up for horse riding lessons, and that's all I know so far. So reading that. And then I've had Jennifer Lynn Barnes' Games Untold on my list, kind of sitting by my bed, and I haven't gotten to it. So I started it last night, and I'm on page 14. And it's a series of short stories revolving around our main characters. And so the first short story that I'm in is That Night in Prague. And this is going to be Jameson and Avery's story. And you can see the table of contents there. Each section has its own little story. They're about 20, well, it depends. The one I'm in right now is about 90 pages long. The next one's over 100. So it just depends on how long the short story is. But it's a collection of little novellas. And so I'm not in a race to read this because, unfortunately, I have not been really excited about any book besides the original Inheritance game. So we'll see. But I have that going. And then I feel like there's so much that I still want to read. So I want to read Mad Honey. I picked that up this past weekend on Black Friday. I have a ton of books on my Kindle that I want to read. So I just need to be reading, which is partly why I was like, let me just get back into the groove of my daily reading vlogs so that I can keep myself accountable through the month of December and show you what I'm reading. So that is the update for Monday. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've recently subscribed, welcome. You probably have not seen a weekly reading vlog from me that's recent. This is how it goes. Every day I pop on and tell you what I've been reading, what I've thought about the books, little mini reviews, and that's it. So that's it for Monday. I'll check back in on Tuesday. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hopping on to give you an update. I did not hop on yesterday. I literally forgot about it. I haven't done the weekly vlogs in so long that I literally just didn't think about it until I got in bed. So want to give you an update on what I finished. I finished the Christmas Tree Farm. This is part of the, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe Dream Harbor series. There's a fourth book that's more of a summertime book. It's like Strawberry Patch something. And I finished book 3. This book follows Kira and Bennett. And Bennett is the brother of Jeannie, who's in the first book. And Kira is new to town. And she has come to Dream Harbor essentially to get away from her, I guess, regular life. She has a twin who's just gotten married, is kind of moving on, and she doesn't feel like her life is progressing in that way. So she buys this home in Dream Harbor, not knowing that it's actually the Christmas tree farm for the city. And she initially comes in book 2, and she's at a town hall meeting. She's pretty cranky. She doesn't talk to anybody. And so people have a preconceived notion about her. And she at first does not want to open up the tree stand or the tree farm because she has no experience doing that and doesn't interest her. However, the house that she bought is very old and needs a lot of repair work. And so in order to get money to do that, she has to open up the Christmas tree farm. Bennett is in town visiting. He lives in California and he moved out there maybe 5 years ago. He's visiting and he wants it very clear he's just visiting. But as it goes, he starts getting wrapped up into Dream Harbor. He and Kira hit it off because he has dogs and she loves dogs and those dogs were running on her land. And so since they hit it off, the townspeople sort of volunteer Bennett to kind of check on Kira, make sure she's okay because there's some rumors about the house. So that's kind of the premise of it. It is a romance novel. And so we have that. There's some forced proximity and that happens about 50% in. And so this one was pretty good too. I mean, all of the books are generally good. They're 4-star books for me. I think Pumpkin Spice Cafe I might have given 5. Like I was really enthusiastic about that. But the other 2 are 4 stars. I think, as I said before, they are what they are. They're cozy, romance, cheesy, corny books. You get through them pretty quickly. And I'll definitely read the next one. So that was finished. And then I did read book number 54 of the Babysitter's Club, Mallory and the Dream Horse. I finished that yesterday. And that book was interesting. So that book follows Mallory, who is a horse person. Her and Jesse love horses and horse stories. And she gets a flyer in the mail about a horse riding lesson camp opening up. And so she decides to attend. Jesse cannot attend because she does ballet, but Mallory signs up and has a hard time making friends in the group and has a hard time with the horses, which she wasn't expecting, right? She's expecting to be like this great horse person. And then we have like a B plot and a C plot. Like B plot, babysitting charge Nina is attached to her blankie and just started preschool, and the blankie's going everywhere and causing issues. And then the C plot is the Pike kids are creating like a little neighborhood talent show. So that one was pretty good. I ended up giving that 4 stars. I think when I first picked it up, I was thinking that I wasn't really excited about it because it's a Mallory book. And like I said, when I was younger, I would call myself a Mallory. But as I get older, her books are so immature, and just the way they're written is not exciting to me. I mean, I get it. They're kids' books, but like of the books, hers are written the most annoyingly, in my opinion. But this one was really good. So 4 stars for that. And then I kind of struggled a little bit on what I wanted to read next. I still have Wreck My Plans by Jillian Meadows, which it is good. I mean, the cover is adorable. Let's see, can I get that in focus? The cover is really cute. And so I love that. But it kind of, it gives what all the other Christmas books are giving. Like a girl comes home, her best friend or her brother's best friend is also staying with them at the house because he doesn't have family in town. They're obviously going to fall in love. I'm not interested right now. So I did pick up Spark of the Everflame. This is a new-ish romantasy. I'm only about 7% in, so I don't know that much, just that it's been good and an easy read, and people have enjoyed it. I am so knee-deep in my Color Soft. I am loving it. This is the only one I'm reaching for. As you can see, I'm not seeing yellow tinting at the bottom. I only had it faintly, and now I don't see it anymore at all, which is great. My Paperwhite, as I put on my community post, has been a whole journey. I had that huge shadowing on Saturday, and then now it's fine, but I'm not picking it up as much because it's not as reliable, and the battery is really not good. And so I was like, do I need to send this back? And I know everybody has commented like, send it back, why are you keeping it? I've already put stickers on it, and so I've kind of already destroyed the back of it, so I wouldn't send it back like that. I don't think that's kind of messed up, but it is what it is. It's like it's an archived Paperwhite of the journey of the first horrible Paperwhite, so it'll be historical. Also, I did, well, by the time this comes out, you'll see the video about the purse Kindle that I picked up. I think I'm going to do a review on this in general, but I've been using this for Audible and honestly probably for the weekend, because obviously during the week I am at work or, you know, engaging with my family. So I haven't used it yet this week, but the battery life on this is wild. Like, I've charged it at least 3 or 4 times. It's definitely a daily charge. So like I charged it last night. Maybe it was the day before. Maybe it was the day before I charged it, and it's at 68% on the power saving mode, and I haven't touched it. So I went through my settings to make sure I didn't have anything that was causing this, but it doesn't look like I have anything that's creating an issue. It's just not a great battery. And then the other issue with this is that it does take a C charger, but not every C charger. So obviously everything that I use right now uses C, and this doesn't take every C plug, which is weird. So sometimes I plug a C in and it doesn't charge, and then sometimes I do and it does. So I don't know, just some little quirks with it. Good thing I got it on sale. So that's that. Okay, the other thing that happened today was my Book of the Month Club books came in, and I was very excited. So I ended off the year with quite a few add-ons. So this is my stack, and I wanted to get through a couple of books that I had wanted this year, but I did not pick up, and they would be way too expensive online or at Barnes. So Book of the Month Club is the best bet because you can get the hardcovers for $10.99, which is a great price. What is the book? Okay, the December book of the month is the first one, which is definitely better now. This kind of reminded me of the cover for Margot's Got Money Trouble, so I thought I would see what this is about. This is just a contemporary fiction about a girl who is 1 year sober and from alcohol, and she has done nothing for the past year but just like focus on her health and getting better and work. And so as she comes out of this first year, she's trying to like add other things into her life, including dating, and so we're gonna follow that voyage with her. And these are great to come right now because I have Spark with Everflame on my Kindle, but I don't know what else I necessarily want to read. Okay, the next book I picked up was Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I feel like everybody has sort of picked this up. I've been looking for it at Barnes to drop in price because, you know, these hardcovers at Barnes are, well, this one's listed for $29. So, but obviously it's cheaper at Book of the Month. So I don't know what it's about, but everybody's reading it. So it says, aside from the fact that they are brothers, Peter and Ivan seem to have little in common. Peter is a Dublin lawyer in his 30s, successful, competent, and apparently unassailable. But in the wake of their father's death, he's medicating himself to sleep and struggling to manage his relationships with two very different women. His enduring first love, Sylvia, and Naomi, a college student for whom life is one long joke. Ooh. Ivan is a 22-year-old competitive chess player. He's always seen himself as socially awkward, a loner, the antithesis of his glib elder brother. Now, in the early weeks of his bereavement, Ivan meets Margaret, an older woman emerging from her own turbulent past, and their lives become rapidly and intensely intertwined. For two grieving brothers and the people they love, this is a new interlude, a period of desire, despair, and possibility, a chance to find out how much one life might hold inside itself without breaking. Ooh, that sounds good. You know, this year I've really been on my literary fiction grind, so this looks exactly like something I would want to read. And I might even pick this up today. And the font is decent. Now, if you are a Kindle reader like I am, you know, like once you pick up a book and the font is too small, like I'm immediately looking to see if there is a Libby version of it because I need to be able to increase the font on that. But that sounds good. Okay, and then, I don't know why I picked this, but okay. I picked Most Wonderful, probably because it's Christmassy. And it's like, it says, it's not much to read on the front flap. It just says, a charming queer holiday romance about three adult siblings, each at a personal romantic crossroads, who reunite with their larger-than-life mother at her Catskills Manor for an unforgettable Christmas. Oh, that sounds cute, too. Oh my gosh. So this might be a Book of the Month type of reading month, because I feel like I'm going to run through all of these. Then I have been dying to read this one, The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulak. The last book I read from him was Hidden Pictures, and I loved it. And I've heard great things about this one. It's not that long, and I just am excited to read it. I don't know if this is a multimedia one, sort of like how Hidden Pictures was, but I still am interested in reading it. It says, it's been 3 years since Frank Sakwalski last heard from his daughter, and he's devastated by their long, unhappy estrangement. But then an unexpected phone call from Maggie changes everything. She says she's getting married, and she wants her father to walk her down the aisle. Frank is overjoyed by the news. Here at last is a chance for reconciliation, a perfect opportunity to repair their fractured relationship. But a disturbing discovery about his future son-in-law leads Frank to wonder if Maggie is making a terrible mistake. And once he arrives at the wedding, an extravagant 3-day affair set at a luxurious lakefront estate, the warning signs keep piling up. Can Frank unravel the truth about Maggie's fiancé before it's too late? An edge-of-your-seat thriller that delves deep into love, marriage, and family ties. Ooh, that one sounds good too. I just liked his writing in the first one. And I also have engaged in lots of thrillers this year, so excited about that. And then the last book that I picked up was another Kristen Hanna book. This is The Great Alone. And if you have been following my channel, I also discovered Kristen Hanna this year, and have really, really loved her books. And so the last book I picked up was a paperback, and it was like $18. So I was like, you cannot beat a hardback for $10.99. So I picked it up, and it says, this is set in 1974. It says, Ernst Albright, a former POW, comes home from the Vietnam War, a changed and volatile man. When he loses yet another job, he makes an impulsive decision. He will move his family north to Alaska, where they will live off the grid in America's last true frontier. 13-year-old Linny, a girl coming of age in a tumultuous time, caught in the riptide of her parents' passionate, stormy relationship, dares to hope that a new land will lead to a better future for her family. She's desperate for a place to belong. Her mother, Cora, will do anything and go anywhere for the man she loves, even if it means following him into the unknown. At first, Alaska seems to be the answer to their prayers. In a wild, remote corner of the state, they find a fiercely independent community of strong men and even stronger women. The long, sunlit days and the generosity of the locals make up for the Albrights' lack of preparation and dwindling resources. But as winter approaches, the darkness descends on Alaska. Erin's fragile mental state deteriorates and the family begins to fracture. Soon the perils outside pale in comparison to threats from within. In their small cabin covered in snow, blanketed in 18 hours of night, Lenny and her mother learn the terrible truth. They are on their own. In the wild, there is no one to save them but themselves. Ooh, that sounds really good and intense, and that's way too much for a synopsis, guys. Like, you just told me the entire book. But it still sounds good. This probably is not one that I'm going to get to by the end of the year just because it's longer and I want to read Fly Away. But this one is going to be good. I know it's Kristen Hanna, so all of her books have been good thus far. She has not let me down. So those are the updates for Wednesday. It's kind of a longer clip. Obviously, I didn't do anything yesterday. So my goal is to, I probably am going to jump into Intermezzo tonight because it sounded really good to start off with. And then when the lights go out, hit Spark on my Kindle, and that's it. So I will check in tomorrow. Hey guys, happy Thursday. Hopping on to give you an update on what I have been reading and on a package that I received today. So last night I said I was going to start reading Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, which I have. This is my Book of the Month Club copy. I usually take the dust cover off because I don't have time for it. I'm on page 45 and it's taking me a long time to get through each page. So I read the description yesterday for you guys. I'm in the middle of the second chapter. Each chapter is like 20 or 30 pages, so a bit longer than I like. But I'm currently following the second brother. So the first brother, he is coming back from, well, I guess, you know, the dad has passed away, and he is going to visit his, I guess, mistress afterward. And the way this is written, I was trying to explain it to my daughter that it's like we're seeing their thought process. So the one brother, what is his name? I gotta find it. He is very much in his head and kind of frantic. And so that is how it's written. He's got like short sentences, short bursts of thoughts. His thoughts are all over the place. They're not connected. And in between those thoughts, dialogue comes in. And there's no punctuation for dialogue in either of the chapters I've been so far. It's just like the dialogue interrupts their thoughts. And then the second brother, Ivan, which I remember his name because I'm in that chapter, he is the chess genius. And so he's more calculated in his thought process and a little bit more organized in that. And so that's how it reads in his thoughts. And then still the dialogue comes in. And right now, Ivan has just, he was flown out to do like an exhibition show of chess, play 10 people, beat them all, and one of the organizers and him are hitting it off. She's an older lady, and by older I mean she's 36, and he's 22. He's trying to like put the Mac on her, so we shall see. But it is good-ish right now. I know I have to like catch a groove with it, so I was reading it at a chunk of time today while I was in a waiting room, and that really helped. But it's definitely an interesting read. So then while this was kind of a way for me, I picked up my purse Kindle to read a book because I just posted my video today. If you didn't see it on Sunday as you're watching this, go back and check out. I did unbox the purse Kindle. I was highly influenced. I got it, and my goal was to read it for, or just use it for the audio portion of it because the screen is a bit small. However, somebody commented that they had the purse Kindle and they do just read on there. So I was like, I'm gonna just try it out to see if it's bad. And it's not bad. So I'll show you. And I don't have horrible eyes. These are blue light glasses. I have a prescription for glasses, but it's a very light prescription. So I don't have eye problems and it's not bad. I wouldn't do this for an extended period of time, But yes, for the Kindle purposes, you could definitely read on this. It's not bad. You can change the font. You can increase it just like you can on the Kindle. And then, of course, you have your library of books right there as well. So I did that. But I was reading, just for a bigger screen, On Rotation by Shirlene Obi. And what did she write? I want to say she wrote Between Lovers and Friends. And I was interested, and I've had a hold for this book from Libby forever, but it was on sale for $1.99, so I picked it up, and so I'm 10% in. I don't have much to tell you about it right now, but I will read some more tonight so I can tell you about it tomorrow. But while I was reading this, I was using a Kindle page turner that I just received from the company Miter. And I'm just kind of playing around with this a little bit and trying to figure out how it works. But we've all seen page turners before. So I'm just putting it on and using it. But this one's kind of cool because it has a very extensive remote. And so you can use it to do more than just flip the page. And you can use it on your other devices. So I'm going to play with it, keep you guys updated on this device. But yeah, it's really kind of slick, and so I like it. But I've been playing with that tonight too, so that has interrupted some of my reading. But my plan now is to wind down for the night, get some more reading in, and hopefully I can get a little bit further into Intermezzo because I want to love this book. It's really critically acclaimed, and I would love to be part of those group of people that loved it. So that's my plan for tonight. That's it for Thursday. I will check in again tomorrow. Hey guys, happy Saturday. Hopping on to give you an update. So I definitely am going to continue this weekly vlog through Sunday. I think I'm going to change my posting for the weekly vlogs to go out on Monday because the weekend is a huge time for me to catch up on reading. And if I post on Sunday, then I'm kind of cutting off a day of info for you guys. So with that being said, let me tell you, I have not been on to report anything. There's not been much to report. I have not finished anything, but I want to tell you like the many things I'm in the middle of. So I'm going to use my Color Soft because I am loving this. As I said, I love this more than the original Paperwhite, and I'm trying to figure out like how I want to rotate them. And I think right now the new Raspberry Paperwhite, the pink one, is my purse sort of one, and then this is my main one at home. I think, I don't know, sometimes I just pick up whatever I want to pick up. But anyway, here's what I've been reading. So first I picked up Intermezzo, and that's by Sally Rooney. I was super excited to read that. And it was one of my Book of the Month Club picks, and it's like a huge popular book, and so I was excited to read it. And I picked it up, started reading it, and I was like, I immediately need this on my Kindle because it's a chunky book and the font is kind of small. A lot going on the pages, and so I got a Kindle version. Well, the Kindle version, good. Just the Kindle version, it's good, but the way it's written is odd, right? And so this book follows Peter and Ivan. They are brothers. They couldn't be more different. They're about 10 years apart in age. Their fathers just passed away, and we're kind of following through their life. It doesn't seem like a rhyme or reason why we're doing this. Excuse me, we're just following their life. And so Peter has two women in his life, a younger college-age girl. He's about 32, I want to say. He's got a younger college girl that he's been sort of seeing, and they're casual, not exclusive or anything, but like they see each other all the time. And then he has another woman in his life that we don't know much about. Something's happening with her medically, and he spends most of his nights with her, but he will pop over to the college girl's house. Then we have Ivan, who is this chess phenom at age 22, and he met a woman, Margaret, who is 36, at a recent chess exhibition. They hooked up, and now they're kind of like thinking about dating. We know Margaret's backstory a little bit is that she's fresh off of a divorce and like has huge reservations about dating Ivan. So it's like two stories of them and just their life in general. And so I immediately was like, you know what, this is, now I have the physical copy, the digital copy, and I went and got the Audible copy because it was so hard to follow. One thing that threw me off is as I was reading it is that I was in chapter 4 I'm now in chapter 5, and it was literally like an hour and a half until the end of the chapter. That's always going to throw me off. That's not my favorite. I don't do well with that sort of timeline, and so I was like, I need to go to Audible. So I did put it on Audible, listened to it last night as I was doing some cleaning, and that worked out for me. So that was been keeping my attention most of the week. So then I picked up On Rotation. This book I bought when it was on sale a few weeks ago, but it follows a woman who just got dumped by her boyfriend as she's on her way to medical school, and we're just trying to figure out like how she navigates a new dating world. Her sister is younger than her and is getting married. She comes from a traditional Ghana family, and so you know, she should be married, she should be doing all these things, and she's not, and so she feels that pressure. And so I'm just kind of 20% into that. Nothing good has happened to her yet, so I don't have anything to report there. Then I picked up book number 55 in the Babysitters Club, which is Jesse's Gold Medal. I just figured that would be fun to read as I'm trying to navigate all these other books. And then today, of all things, I picked up a Jingle Bell Mingle. This is the 4th. No, it's not the 4th. It's got to be the 5th because there are... Where's the other? There's 2 novellas. Anyway, it says I have 4 out of 4 items in the series, but this is by Julie Murphy and Sierra something, and they I should say her name. What is it? Sierra. Oh, it's not on there. Anyway, it's a series that follows this boy band members. They're not together anymore, but they each we're hearing their stories. And I'm just in the prologue of this one, and we're at the wedding of one of the other characters, and so I just started that. So 4 books kind of happening right now that I'm popping in and out of because that's where my attention span is right now, which is why it makes sense to go into tomorrow reading. My goal is to finish, of course, Babysitters Club book, a Jingle Bell Mingle, and On Rotation by the end of tomorrow. That's really my my goal. Intermezzo is going to be a whole journey, and so I have about 6 hours left on the audio, and I listened to it at 2 times speed, so it's possible that I could finish it tomorrow if I really like sit down and listen to it. So there's that. I've also been loving, which I kind of lightly talked about, but I'll just share again. I've been loving reading in the bed and using my clicker. I just got this clicker by Miter. And it's just like all the others where it hooks on to your device and you turn it on to receive the advancing. This remote's a little bit more advanced than I've seen before, which I actually like. But you can use it for Bluetooth purposes too. Now on the Kindle, it doesn't work for Bluetooth. It solely works with the receiver. But I also have another one in pink, which is my favorite. And this one I can use with my device to like scroll TikTok or whatever. Right now it works better on my Samsung. I have Samsung and iPhone. It works better on my Samsung. iPhone, as much as we like use their things, they literally gatekeep all of their stuff so much that it's so hard to connect things with this. So I don't even blame Miter. I blame the ecosystem that is Apple. But on my Samsung, it works beautifully. You just scroll forward, you can like a video, you can pause a video, and it's like literally the laziest but most luxurious way to scroll short form content. I'll link these down below if you're interested in these remotes. I know they're kind of big and it's a great gift for your reader friends. They also come with these cute little lanyard things, wrist lanyards, so you don't lose them. Which is even better. So I love those. So that's kind of what I've been doing, bopping between mini books, not finishing anything, but enjoying the ride. And so I will come back tomorrow to give you an update on what I finished, and hopefully there's something. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, happy Sunday. Welcome to the last day of the vlog. Hopping on tonight to give you an idea of how I wrapped up the week. I'm very excited that I made this a little bit longer, and I did put an announcement, but just FYI, if you're watching this, I'm gonna have my weekly wrap-ups or my weekly vlogs like this week post on Monday, because that gives me a chance to read Saturday and Sunday. because when I post on Sunday, that I'm filming and editing on Saturday, and that's a whole day missed of not being able to add what I read. So Monday, this will go up. I'm gonna edit tonight, but it's been a struggle this week and this weekend. So I want to talk about what I ended up finishing. I also have a product I want to show you guys that I got that was really cool. And yeah, okay, so currently I'm Getting Married to Mothman. This is my little miter controller. I've been showing it. It's super cute, super handy. I'll have it linked down below. But just using this as I'm laying down on the couch and reading has been amazing just to click through. But this is the third book in the Mothman in Love series. This is such the weirdest little series, and I just love it. It is about an ex-influencer who goes off the grid and then meets a cryptid, which is Mothman, and they fall in love. That's like the first book. And then the second book, they're engaged and they go meet his family. And then this book, they're actually getting married. So I just started 8% in. I was trying to like rush it to read it by the end of the day, but I just really like this series, so I don't want to rush it. I'm 8% in. Okay, so this week, okay, what did I finish this week? Well, you'll see it in the video, but let's talk about what I finished in over the weekend. I did finish A Jingle Bell Mingle. This is, oh my gosh, why can't I remember their names? Julie Murphy and Sierra, what's her name? Something, Sierra Simone. And this is the fourth book in the Christmas Notch series, and the premise of the series really is that you have boy banders. They've all disbanded, and we're kind of following their journey into doing different parts of their life. They all kind of end up into acting, and they're all part of the Hope channel, which is similar to like Hallmark Channel. And in some of the books, it's just regular Christmas movies. In some of the books, it's like a steamier sort of like Hope After Dark type situation. In this book, we're following Isaac and Teddy. And Isaac is like the sad guy from the group. And he and Teddy had like a hookup a year or so ago. And she needs a place to live while she is doing a new script for Hope. And then he offers up his home. I'm not going to lie. A lot of this was skimmed because it was not great. The other ones have been like 4-star reads for me. The novellas have not been the best, but this one was by far the worst. There wasn't a lot of substance to it. These are very spicy books. If you see them in the bookstore, they look innocent, but they're not. But it just did not grab me the way the other ones did. So I will say biasly, I did not like it because I know what the other ones have to offer. But if you want to pick it up and you've already been in the whole world, go for it. Then I read Jesse's Gold Medal, which is book 55 in Babysitters Club series. And I also didn't love that. Now I gave that a 3 because that's the lowest I will give a Babysitters Club book, so I'm rereading it, so obviously it was good. But I'm so sad that the Jesse books are not that great because I mean, I would love to support the story of the only Black girl in Stony Brook, but they're not the best. So in this story, Jessie wants a pool in her backyard, okay? And then she also, they're having a swim unit at school, and she's not a strong swimmer yet, but she does her little like first day of swim class swim test with the teacher, and they pull her aside. They want her to join the synchronized swimming team. So that's sort of the premise of the story. I just didn't like it. There's a very little babysitting in this book. I didn't like it. The next book is book 56, which I think is like Claudia and the Liar. Was it Claudia and the Liar or something like that? Anyway, it's a book about new charges that are actually very racist toward Claudia. And I just read that one, so I'm going to skip it. I also have to read Super Special number 8, so I'm going to go to that and then go to 57. So that's kind of what's happening. I wish that I could be reading more right now. Like, I wish I could just be tearing down books, but it hasn't happened. I've been like wanting to just relax and scroll, watch YouTube, get inspiration for my own YouTube channel, film content. So I have not been reading as much as I want to, but I'm Getting Married to Mothman is really gonna be good. So that will take up some time. Then I also thought, I have this whole stack of the Book of the Month Club books that I have to go through. So I think I'm gonna pick up the last one at the wedding. Just a nice fast-paced thriller, I'm hoping. And so I think that's gonna be my bedside book before the lights go out. As you can see, I am holding up my pink Paperwhite. If you've been following my journey, this is a Paperwhite that's gonna give me a lot of trouble. And so I'm trying to use it more just to like figure out what's going on. The last time I posted pictures was last Saturday, and the ghosting on it was crazy. It was like literally grayed out ghosting. Go check my community tab if you haven't seen that. Today it's just fine. No ghosting, just perfectly fine. I will say though that I am reaching for the color soft more. I really do like the color, and I know some people have gotten the Paperwhite on their own channels and unboxed it, and they're like, you know, is the color really that important? Yeah. Yeah, it is. To me, it's important. I love to see the colors on the screen when I'm deciding what I want to read. I do pick books based on their covers, and that has to like pique my interest, and then I start reading it. And so I just like being able to see the books that I'm reading. And when I look at this and then I go back to the sort of black and white screen, just go back real quick. This is not a review video today. It's like, which would you rather see? You know what I mean? Would you rather see this? Would you rather see this? So anyway, but I am trying to use this more so I can like continue to quality control and check this one. Oh, also, I was reading Intermezzo, actually listening to Intermezzo, and I will still probably this week while I'm working, when I'm not in meetings, I will listen to that. I'm not in a rush to finish Intermezzo. Like I said, it's about 6 hours left in the audiobook. I have it on Audible. I will get to it. Yes. Okay, so before I sign out, I wanted to share something that I got a little while ago are some Kindle inserts from a TikToker. Her TikTok channel is She Is Novel. She just came up randomly. I don't always do inserts because I have the stickers, but I thought I would do a couple inserts for the holidays, and then I saw hers and I really liked what she had. So this is like my regular back case for my pink one. And then for the color soft, I have this. And then I picked up a couple of clear cases in case I wanted to do the inserts. So here is the Christmas pack, which she'll give you like a design, and then she'll give you an additional couple of inserts that have generic sort of backgrounds. So for, let's see, is this all the same one? She gave me I feel like I got a ton. Okay, no, yeah, that's how it comes. Okay, so for the Christmas pack, this is the main Christmas one, which I love a collage look, as you can tell by the way I do my stickers. So this is one that sort of drew me. And then in that pack came this sort of patterned one, this one, and this one. And they're all on glossy cardstock, almost like, not like not photo grade, but just glossy cardstock, I would say, like if you have laminated cardstock. And so they are really cute. And then the other set I got was for when it's not Christmas. And this is just another collage style. I'm looking for one that's pink. As you guys know, like pink's my color. And so the way I have this situated is how I would like an insert to look. But I have this one. And then with that came this extra one, this background, and then this floral one. And so they are really inexpensive. They are $5. Each pack was $5. And she has sizes for all the Kindles and Kobos. So you just have to, like, when you order, you have to decide what you're using it for. She also gave me a couple of stickers. I'm sure she does it to everybody. She doesn't know me. So she gives out extra stickers. And she gave a cute bookmark. So I'm here for that too. I'm always here for freebies. This is the sticker in the other one. It says Bookaholic. She also has some magnetic bookmarks I've seen on her TikTok shop. She does not have an Instagram or anything. She just has a TikTok shop. So, oh no, she has okay, not me lying. She has a website, sheisnovel.com. She has an Instagram, a TikTok, and a Facebook. Magnetic bookmarks. And so here's her card. Take a second if you want this information, and I'll link her down below as well. I don't know her. I just saw her randomly and I liked her stuff. The only issue that I've had, and it's not even that big of an issue, is that because these are on thicker paper, when you insert them into the case, it doesn't wrap around your case fully because it's a little bit of a gap. On the Color Soft, it lines up pretty perfectly. But what I noticed on the Paperwhite, it was not lined up perfectly, so you have a little bit of a bulge. But other than that, they're totally cute. I hope you check out her TikTok and her website. Anything else if you want to buy some of her things, because I think they're really nicely made and they came super quick. So okay, so that's everything I have for this week. I'm so excited as you wrap up the end of the year. I have so many great ideas. So stay tuned. If you don't have post notifications on, make sure you turn them on. Mondays will be the new weekly wrap-up / weekly vlog posting video day, and then Thursday will continue to be the other day where I post something else. Check out shorts, check my community tab. I'm trying to be as active as possible. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my channel with anybody that you think might enjoy it. As always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.